Good morning, everyone. This is Miss Garcia. I won't be here today, but you will have a sub, Mr. Waters, for today, Monday, August 31st. And I'm just going to walk you through briefly the agenda and the directions for today. So we'll go directly to our Google Calendar. The first thing you're going to do is you're obviously going to view this directions video in the Unit Essentials folder. Secondly, you're going to go ahead and you're going to work in breakout groups that are assigned randomly for 10 minutes. You are going to click on the What Are the Rules Virtual Field Trip plus questions in the Activities folder. The third task will be to read the Chapter 4 Settling Disputes pages 38 to 42, and then write down the pros and cons of using each different type of settling disputes outside of court. You're going to use the Chapter 4 Dispute Types worksheet in the Unit Essentials folder to take notes. The fourth task will be to complete problem 4.1. Make sure you make a submission under Unit Essentials. And then task 5 will be Chapter 4 Settling Disputes application under the Assignments folder. So let me go to Schoology so I can show you where everything is. The first folder we're going to be working out of in your breakout groups will be located in the Reading and Activities folder. In the Reading and Activities folder, if you scroll down, you will see the title of the assignment or the activity, What Are the Rules Virtual Field Trip? So your group will be responsible to choose 3 of the following topics and then answer the questions that follow. Remember to make 1 submission per group and put everyone's name on it. So literally you're going to be choosing 3 from the list of bullet points, and then you're just going to answer these questions. Basically, it's kind of review from what we did last time, where you're going to review whether the rules are clear, are they understandable, when do the rules go into effect, and does it contradict other rules, etc. Really, it should just be review from what we did last time. The next task you can find under the Unit Essentials folder. And really, it's just to familiarize yourself with the different types of settling disputes outside of court. So I have provided for you the PDF file of the textbook pages. Remember that you're going to read pages 38 to 42. The next thing that's listed here is the Chapter 4 Dispute Types note page. So what you're going to do here is you're going to list the pros and cons of using each type of settling disputes. Now, negotiation, arbitration, and mediation are all settling disputes outside of court. And then the most formal would be litigation, which is basically a court case. So just ignore the directions at the top of the worksheet and just list the pros and cons of each. Now, the most informal way to settle a conflict would be just to have a conversation with somebody, or an informal conversation. But then once that doesn't get, resolved, then you're going to go ahead and enter into mediation, negotiation, or arbitration. And as a very last resort, litigation would be the last thing that you do. After you're done with taking notes, you can certainly review the steps in a typical mediation session, just to kind of review mediation and what it is. And then when you're done with all of that, you can complete the Chapter 4 Problem 4.1. Now, you can make a submission here, but you're going to find the actual problem in, I believe, page 42 of the textbook file. So don't forget to go back to the PDF file of the textbook pages so that you can see the actual questions for Problem 4.1. And lastly, when you're done with all of that, you're going to go ahead and go into the Assignments folder. In the Assignments folder, you will see the Chapter 4 Settling Disputes application. And really, it's just a worksheet, again, kind of applying the knowledge that you learned as you read the textbook pages, which aren't very long. And it also provides a scenario for you to kind of evaluate. It says, read through the facts below and answer the questions about the mediation process. So you're going to have to go ahead and look at Gina and Liz's point of view, what the conflict is, and then you can list 4 possible solutions to the dispute. How do you think Gina would feel about each possible solution? How do you think Liz would feel? And then if Gina and Liz reached a verbal agreement in mediation, what would happen next? So really, it's just application of the reading in Chapter 4. If you have any questions, Mr. Waters will be in the background. All you have to do is ask him a question in the chat, or you can certainly unmute yourself and ask him for any assistance. I will be back on Wednesday. See you all on Wednesday. I miss you already.